Not a real colorful, dramatic sunrise, but not bad till you get to looking over there. Dimmer some nice, dark, heavy clouds. But there's a cabbage. Pretty good sized one. And there's a frog over there somewhere talking, in case you didn't hear him. I almost got you a little video on one of the night trips out here. You wouldn't have seen much. You can see less than I'm seeing right now. You see pretty good. I gotta watch the screen so I can see where I'm going. The frogs down the bottom were pretty boisterous last night. Getting to be that time of year. It's what is it, like 43 degrees this morning, something like that. It does not feel that warm. It feels more like about 36. Well, good morning, kid. Yeah, good morning. Yeah, they were scattered out here a little better earlier. Tyler and I both ended up down here last night together at one point. And we were checking stuff out. She actually put a trap in the feeder where I go up the other end to feed the calves. Had a rat in it last night. Oh yeah, I didn't show you what we moved yesterday either. The two bales that we were walking on here, they're both up there. Anyway, she gets to right about here. And I'm going the other way to turn the other couple of rows of lights on for a second. And a cat came straight up out of here, hit the top of the feeder, and took off. Apparently, she said it looked like one of the cows kicked it because it scared the cow, the heifers here, 2-year-old. So that was pretty good. We had a good laugh. She had a heart attack. I told her there's a cat around somewhere. I haven't seen, well, actually, some of what I was thinking might have been Mom's dogs. Landmines that have been out here were probably, could have been from a cat. But in behind the blue truck in the machine shed, about 2 weeks ago, I noticed one's been underneath the back of the truck using it as a litter box. That's fine, it's not where I walk. When we still had cats in this barn, they would literally anywhere through here. Anywhere and everywhere. They loved it between the bales because you a little bit of chaff. Well, then you'd walk across or you'd drag a bale across and it's smeared across the top and then you'd walk in it. And, you know, kind of nice not having them in here. And at one point there were so many in here and they were too lazy to do anything. They'd stay up on the deck and all they did was, you may as well have rats. You walk in the barn and your nose got assaulted so bad that you burnt your sniffer for the day. And there's yesterday's boy. Hi, buddy. How you doing? Yeah, earlier he kind of opened one eye and looked at me. Yeah, Mama doing good. There's the girl with the lump. And there's the gimpy one. I want to see. Yeah, she stood on it there. She's probably still not walking real good, but she stood on it. Oh, and that's the other thing. She's still in there. That, I don't know what Tyler has named her, you know, whatever it's going to be, but that's Minnie's kid. I kind of figured the pretty princess was too good for the rest of the subjects over there. And Minnie's laying right there. She was laying on the other side of that cow earlier. And yeah, it's wet out there. We got a ½ inch, a little over half. Oh, last night it was a ½ inch. I didn't look this morning. ½ inch for the daylight hours of yesterday. Not too bad, but still not enough to let it dry. Anyway, that's the start to the day. Well, sun actually come out. Might shape up to be a nice day, but I think it's supposed to be like yesterday and be decent this morning and then turn crappy afternoon. I just thought I'd mention it. Well, the sun's shining nicely today. 22 years ago today, Becky was in the hospital for the second time of getting cut open to get a kid removed. Happy birthday, Brooke. Love you, sweetheart. Hope she's having a good day today, but I don't know. Sounds like she's working on a generator that's on top of a building, and the load bank they have to use is too big to attempt to pack up to the roof. So they've got to run at least 100 foot of cable down the outside and park on the sidewalk and deal with the cops and all that crap, because, you know, they frown on anything on the sidewalk, even though that's the only place they can park. There's no parking on the edge of the street. So hopefully that goes well for her today. And look at there. I'm hoping that calf right there is keeping up with her mother. That's Minnie and her kid. Keep her milk down so we don't have to try to keep milking her down for a few more days. And so far, calves seem to be doing better. The cows we treated seem to be doing better. And right now, all the cows are literally packed around the corner out there, enjoying the sun. We gotta get some feeding done. Throw a big bale in this one. I don't think we're gonna put anything in the other barn today. Let them get those feeders emptied out and maybe clean tomorrow again. This lot here could use it. And try to get some straw spread. And we found a couple rat holes. There's one here at the bottom of the steps, and there's two of them right over there. This floor through here, both sides of the barn, the center is just gravel, but both sides is gravel and asphalt emulsion. And, you know, Mom and Dad did it backwards when they did it. Apparently, you're supposed to put the emulsion down and then the rock. Well, they did it backwards. It's only like 2 inches thick, if that. But they did it in 1963 or 64. And it's held up all these years. The last 10 years has gotten more heavier traffic on it, which hasn't helped it any. There's a hole where that chaff is there in the middle of the screen. That's from coming off that hump with the totes and having a tote leg hit, and nothing I can do about it. Back of the skid steer is off the ground, so you just do it. And the other side, right where those totes are sitting, there's a set of ruts that go straight in, because we used to use the bale loader to put up on the deck, and we come in right there, come in the center section and turn in there. And, you know, it was made to have a stack of hay on it, not traffic, not wheel traffic. So, but I'm thinking we might see if we got some expansion foam, because if we don't fill those holes in, you know, how much is undermined next to it, and just walking over it may be an issue. So I'm thinking we're going to clean the floor up around there good, find some expansion foam and set something over it so the foam runs into the rat run and not all over. We've done that before, not in here, but a couple other places. Hey, if you're lucky, that expansion foam gets a hold of the rats. Yeah, I'm mean. I actually had to go to the store to get this shit. Didn't have anything here. 60-pound bags instead of 80s. I guess that's what they've been for a while. They just actually finally used a smaller bag. Last stuff we got, the bags were bigger and they were hard to handle because they were 80-pound bags with 60 pounds in them. We mixed about a half bag or a little more. Ended up being a half 5-gallon bucket. Ty squirted a bunch of expansion foam as deep as she could that way. And then I poured in there quick to follow it up. Most of it went here. We did the same thing between these two boards. It's just one single hole. Something I'd like to do a big low spot right there. Even though it'd just be a cap on what's there, we get more stuff out of here. Maybe that's going to take probably a full sack with as big as the low spot is, but fill that in later. And the residue that was in the bucket went in another hole over at the corner of the deck. And yeah, so we got done. So she went to Home of the Depot. Took her forever to find the expansion phone. And she was supposed to pick up a box of duplex plugs while she was in there. Because the plug-in over there on the post that we got the camera plugged into, part of it's bad. And there's one there where that cord's hanging on that pole and it's busted up, but still works. And it has a mate over on that corner post over there that's busted up. Well, guess what? You can't find them anywhere. You can get them online. That's the only place. No stores have them. So apparently we'll have some tomorrow. I don't know when I'm going to get around to change them. I usually have, half dozen or a dozen of the things, and just haven't replaced them, so we're clear out. So I'm going to move our portable. Well, maybe I'll leave the portable bench down here. Keep that stuff drier. Got to find some place to keep that shit drier. Around here, you leave that stuff just out in the barn like this for about 3 days, you have a solid block. Oh, it'll probably end up in the shop, I suppose. That's where the last one was for a long time. Well, plans for part of the day changed. We're in the shop trying to clean some shit up. There's a mess for you right there. That box used to be bolted down to the bed of Dad's service truck right next to his toolbox. That was our parts box. I honestly cannot tell you when the last time was that was cleaned out. And she doesn't know because before her time.
No.
We've been through it a couple times to get stuff.
Through it a couple times and we did.
But there's parts in here for equipment we have not had in probably 30 or 40 years.
I'm kind of scared to open this.
She's afraid of this little bag of parts. Kind of sounds.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Is it what I thought? Is it what I thought?
Only 3 of
Oh,
them.
no, it's not what I thought. I wasn't thinking sickle sections. I was thinking bearing flanges.
But we don't need the bag.
But, let's see, what are those? Oh, those are the old Durac cuts. Yeah, we used those on 1469 New Holland Haybine. That hasn't been around here in
And you want these
40
little
years?
tiny nuts?
So, anyway. Yeah, we had to get it off the truck. We had to do something with the parts. Go find a place where they belong in here.
On the 4th one.
We really don't use sections much at all anymore. I don't know if they might fit the combine. Maybe. Not everything fits everything. And I think she was just looking at a metric bolt since it was in a John Deere box.
Bag, yes.
Bag, rather. If she looks at the head of it, we'll know, but I'm guessing. Yep. Metric.
Mm-hmm.
It is so fun watching her check stuff out.
Well,
She opens a box and gets all like, I don't know what this is. I don't know. Well, that one she figured out on her own.
it's a counter when you look
It's
at
a
it.
counter off a small baler. Probably a fried one. It may be a new one. I don't know. We've been through so many counters.
It's been on something.
But she's finding all kinds of stuff I haven't seen in years. And I think these finger guides, I'm not sure they're for international. Those there might be some guys out there that want those. Those may be for Gleaner.
So if you know, please leave us a comment on.
I mean, if they don't fit what we got, they don't do us any good.
No.
They might get used for something completely different, but who knows, right? And she keeps finding more stuff. Happened to found a lock collar for a bearing. That's a brand new 1-inch greasable flange mount bearing lock collar. That one appeared to be like a 5/8 or a 1/2 inch bearing. I don't even know what that was for. And look, more hydraulic fittings. she keeps handing me stuff, and bearing flange, hydraulic fittings, smash links. I gotta empty my lap at some point. Oh yeah, and key stock. I said we used to have everything on Dad's service truck. A lot of that stuff should be on mine, but
I really just want to see what yours is.
she thinks
From John Deere, but
she thinks she's gonna find a year on that.
there should be a year.
This one blew her mind. Anybody have a clue? It's left-hand thread. You're supposed to put a roll pin in the end there so it doesn't come out of what it goes into. I'm thinking John Deere 1327 disc mower conditioner. I'm thinking that was one of the tilt, because they had issues with the early ones. We used to break them all the time. We finally put a lot heavier setup on it. That's been gone for over 20 years.
I don't think it's supposed to make that
And
sound.
she's saying, I don't think it's supposed to make that noise. It's one of those things, if you don't have one and you need one, you fill that sucker full of oil as you can and you run her till you get a new one. So, and there's a bunch of bill hooks. She's getting into the good stuff now.
Those are O-rings.
Oh, she just gave me some 40-year-old O-rings. They're probably not much good, but who knows. And,
Can't see in the bag to see what that is.
oh, anyway, you never.
Roll pins.
Hey, roll pins. What do you know? Then she's gonna throw it on my
That's
lap.
because I know where the hell it goes.
She knows where it goes, so she's gonna throw it on my lap. It's kind of like the Woodruff key she handed me a minute ago. She's trying to figure out what that is, and she knows what it is.
I know what it is. I just can't put a name to it.
I just said what it was.
Well, that's helpful because I was busy with this.
It's a bill hook, dork. What's a bill hook do? What's a bill hook do?
Oh, why?
What's a bill hook do?
It hooks. That's what it does.
What do you cut to spread a bale of straw or to feed a...
Twine. It's a
Oh,
twine.
what's the bill hook do? Answer the question while you're still on video. Those would be rivets.
Ton of rivets.
That's how we used to hold sickle sections on before they started bolting them on.
Here's a nut. Oh, there's a whole bunch of nuts.
There's a whole
Never
bunch of
mind.
nuts there.
You don't have the nuts.
I'm thinking that those were some that Dad took off somebody's car alongside the road, and
That's what it looks like.
because he didn't have much left. All kinds of good stuff. Shoulder bolts, more flanges, things that we, have looked for. And
That we needed a whole bunch.
had to go
and didn't
buy.
realize it was in Grandpa's box.
One of those things you kind of know some things are there, but you forget. I see another chunk of key
Enlightening.
stock. She wants me to enlighten her, and she doesn't know what that is for.
It looks like a spacer.
It's a bushing for the star wheel shaft on a baler.
Oh,
I had to think about that.
I was gonna say
There
that.
might even be the drive cog in here somewhere.
No, because I got one more little tiny one to.
That's what you think. You never know. Anyway,
Oh, you want
God,
to
you
stop?
too long of a video here in a minute. Yep, the end of another day. Only sprinkled a couple times today. Boomer might be the next one. She's backed up pretty good. Get one of those. They're on 232. Be that big girl right there. We'll see when it happens, right? Now if they'll let me cross and get out of here, I'll have it made. And yeah, sorry it's a long freaking video. I got a little carried away here and there. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching.